a high fly ball, center field. He hit it a ton. It's gone.
Golf tournament silence.
Anticipation to see what.
Oh, goodness! That ball had a family!
Welcome back to High Sox, Low IQ High Sox. This is episode 18. We're coming at you. Me, Mitch, John, Ben. How you guys doing?
Hey, you know what? Feeling pretty good. Feeling all right, all things considered.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I feel like almost net neutral this recording sesh, you know? And oftentimes I have like strong opinions about I'm really up on the Reds, I'm really down on the Reds, but just like things are going fine. And in my life too, you know? Things are easy sailing, smooth sailing.
I'm glad to hear that. I saw you got the fire pit going the other day.
Oh yeah, I got the fire pit.
Did you run
built
it?
myself a little fire pit. No, it's been, of course, I built it yesterday. It rains, and it's also like hot as balls.
It's horrible.
So
everywhere in the country, it feels like.
But I was gonna like test it out today. You know, I have so much wood that fell off from a tree. Maybe I'll fire up the fire pit and just see how it goes. And then just like spotty storms all day today. So, it'll come. It'll come. Ben, will you come to my first bonfire?
I'm invited.
You both are. Mitch is gonna come to town. We'll have a little bonfire, smoke some weenies out there.
When's he coming to town?
Soon.
I'm gonna try to make it happen in the next
Tomorrow.
probably the first week of August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have to. I'll let you guys know.
Well, we'll have to do the in-person pod.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We'll all be together,
Wow.
and maybe outside in
Groundbreaking.
front of the fire.
That's groundbreaking.
In front of
Yeah.
the fire.
Or we can be behind the fire. We'll
There's
work
not
it
much.
out.
There's not really great lighting in front of the fire, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You think it'd be a better backdrop, or do you think it would be because it could light us? It could be like a scene building kind of thing, you know. Maybe it's later in the evening, the sun is setting, fireflies are out. We're getting bit by mosquitoes every couple minutes.
Yeah, and on second thought, I don't think we should do it outside. I think we should maybe just like build a studio from scratch and like
Bill. Okay. Yeah, I'm in.
we get some woodworkers, some people who know how to use a saw.
We could do it in the back of my car. I have
That's
3
interesting.
I
seats.
guess yeah, you have 3 seats back there.
Can we have your brother drive around as we're doing it?
I like
He
this
lost-
idea.
He lost his license, actually.
He
Like the
lost
physical
his
license?
license.
Yeah, he got
Or he got it?
he got nailed with
legally.
a drunk driving arrest.
No, he didn't.
Damn.
I'm just playing with you guys.
That's
Say
too-
that, you can say that to the audience, bro. Well,
I'm
But
just
again,
playing.
we're world building to everyone out there. Ben has a drunk brother who got his license taken away. I have a fire pit, and Mitch is visiting. So like everything's
two of
coming
those-
together.
2 of those are real. One of them's not.
You have to
It's
find
up
out
the
which
audience to
ones.
decide.
two truths and a lie.
Oh boy! Hey, let's just get right into it. I know this is
Well, Can I interrupt you?
atypical.
Can I interrupt
What?
you for a second?
You may. You already did. So go ahead.
I mean, there's a clip that went out today, or not today, a few days ago, from our side of things. Talking a
Kind
little
of
bit
leading
about
me
that.
right to what I was.
You wanted
right
to
where
bring
I
this
was
up?
Well,
Go for it.
Well, no, go ahead and set the scene with the clip that you're talking about. Actually,
So we did a clip the other day, and it got a lot of traction, a lot of negativity.
Bring it on.
A lot of comments and passionate comments calling us everything under the sun.
yeah,
And then the mom's basement thing. That's a classic one. That always is
it's a
good.
good one. I never realized how common the comment of they need to make podcasting equipment more expensive. It's like,
Yeah.
I see that so many times.
Agreed.
It's pretty funny every single time. But
Everybody-
that being said, Ben's just wearing Apple like earbuds.
I just have my phone.
it's not really
I have
podcasting
no
equipment
podcasting
there.
equipment.
They said
That's why my
they,
audio quality is terrible in half the podcasts we do.
I feel
they
like it's
said
been
they
better.
want
I
to
feel like
make
it's been good.
they want to make podcasting equipment more expensive, but Ben's
Mhm.
using Apple, not even the AirPods. He's using the wired-in headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
had
using
these for
just
10 years.
This is a headphone with a little microphone jack here. Look,
Yeah. That's it. I just gotta put it back on.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on my couch. We're just having fun. We just
So-
like to talk baseball.
the notion that this
Yeah.
is like expensive is hilarious. This was like $15. This little guy right here, maybe to record
Mhm.
my voice into the computer. So okay, I guess you got to ban me from buying a little wire, a 3.5, because that's all I got. But it is funny. It is funny. And I don't. I mean, I think that people kind of misunderstood what we were trying to say and articulate, because I think that people are thinking like, "Oh, you want to trade him now? You're insane!" Like that
Mhm.
would be insane. I don't think that was
Mhm.
not what we intended to say. So
It's hard to derive the full meaning of a conversation in a short vertical video.
30
But
second
that
clip.
being said,
Keep the hate up.
it's fine to have people like have a reaction to something like that. That brings a lot of passion behind to what people are saying. And I'm typically okay with that. I don't really the negativity was not at a point where it's like this is absolutely out of hand. I had a good time reading through all the comments.
Yeah, it was fun.
Which got me to take a look back at all of the videos that we have posted. If anyone listens to this, it's usually on a TikTok clip, maybe a YouTube short. Some of those get a couple thousand views, and some of those get a decent amount of comments. Which got me thinking, I have this fire pit, right? I got this fire pit I built. Do you know what you guys need to get a fire going?
What's that?
Yeah, you need wood, but what do you need to get the
Tinderbox?
twigs? Kindling. That's right, Ben. We need some kindling. That's why I call this next segment Kindling or Keep It. Here's what I've done. I've printed off a bunch of our comments that we've gotten. I've written them down
No
on this
way.
nice pieces of
For all the
paper.
shows?
Some kindling, not for a bunch of the clips that we have. Okay.
Oh.
And I'm asking you guys. We're gonna go through some of these comments, and you have to tell me: do I keep it? Is this a good comment? Is this a constructive piece of feedback or opinion about baseball, about the Reds, or is it only good for kindling? Do I throw it in the fire?
Gotcha.
Do I let it burn in the ash? Right.
I love that.
So I'll go through a couple of these, and
yeah.
you can let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start off easy. Okay. Stephen Park 1.
Steven.
This is on the
Shout
Ellie
out, Steven.
video. Shout out to Stephen Park 1. He is very opinionated about Ellie. He says they are not trading him. He will sign a long-term deal with the Reds. Mark my words. Now, to anyone else, I'd scoff at this. But this is Stephen Park 1. So what do you guys think?
Is this Steven's first season watching the Reds? Does he not understand this is Bob Castellini we're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not signing Ellie to a long-term deal. Like, get that out of your head.
This is the thing that I think is so frustrating about that video. It's like, no, we should sign him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Of course we should
Obviously.
sign Ellie. That's not going to happen for the price that he's going to cost. Someone said to me
Well,
the other day,
yeah.
or someone said in one of those comments, I'll let you, maybe you even have it, John,
I might.
that Ellie should get, same lines as you should like sign a generational player like that. And I responded, the last time we signed a player to a big deal was Joey Votto, and that was
Right.
less than half of what, less than half of what Ellie's going to get. So Ellie's going to get double, triple Joey Votto's contract. And I don't think
Yeah.
people understand, this is, like Ben said, these are the Castellinis. Of course, a perfect baseball team with a good ownership like the Dodgers or the Mets would sign Ellie, and like that would be it. But that's not what we're
Right.
If
capable
Ellie
of.
keeps playing the way he's playing and progressing each year, getting better and better, which, I mean, he's showing no signs of going the opposite direction, he's going to sign for probably in the $800 million range. Like, is that crazy to say? Like, am I?
It's tough because every big contract that goes out is always bigger than the last. You
Yeah,
know,
it's going to be top.
these players, these players. Like, I mean, Juan Soto having a bigger contract than Shohei, kind of like exemplifies that maybe like the best value is not always gotten for the amount of money that player is worth. But he is a hot ticket. He's a young player. He's just a good, batter. He's not a two-way player. So it's like
He's
a
the Hall of
weird, like, how
Famer.
do we? Yeah, absolutely. Those two guys are amazing players. You'd be happy to have them on any organization. But it goes to show that, like, even if Ellie is not ever going to be as good as Juan Soto, let's just say hypothetically that happens, or Shohei or whatever, that doesn't mean he's going to get a contract that shows that. He might get more money than both of them. That's just how these deals go every single year. It's always bigger. It's always more.
Yeah.
And he is a very diverse player, and he has got a lot of skill sets. He's a shortstop. He's fast. He's strong.
Yeah, I was skeptical. Of that number, Ben. I think I kind of scoffed at it before. But John's right. It doesn't really equal the player's performance or the player's talent. It's more just like once you find a solid guy who's going to be in free agency, you will spend a boatload of money. Because I don't know if this is part of the trend for spending a lot of money on these big ticket hitters, but I think it has something to do with the declining averages and perhaps the declining OBP of a lot of baseball these days. So when you do find a guy who is going to excel and hit for 275, 280, maybe hit 30 home runs, that's like rare these days. I mean, I feel like in the 90s that shit was happening all the time, but like these days
We know
you'd
why.
be lucky. We know why. The story is clear.
But then,
And then you also have
take
velocity
that and
coming
add
in.
on, but like add on speed, add on like being an infielder or what
He's
have you,
also-
whatever.
He's also incredibly marketable. Like, that's a major selling point for teams. They're out to make money, first of all. Ellie he's a superstar on and off the field. I think he easily passes Soto's deal when his free agency inevitably comes.
Yeah.
So to
So
answer
what
your
do we say?
question,
Park, Stephen Park won. Are we throwing this in the fire? Is this just kindling? Are we going to keep this one?
throw it out.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna happen,
Sorry,
Steven.
bud.
Steven,
This
know
one's
what?
gone.
And
This one's
I like
Morning.
Steven, but he's
Steven.
wrong.
Steven, it's not your fault, man. Like everybody wants this. Everybody who's a Reds fan wants that. It's just unfortunate that it's so unlikely. You'd have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than the Castellini signing Ellie to an $800 million deal. So
Yeah.
Sorry, Steven. We all want it. It's not going to happen.
right. Prove us wrong, right?
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
Next one.
Yeah, what's next?
Next one here. We have Chuck X192. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's around though.
I think I think I talked to him a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran into him
We've
at
all had our
Kroger
own
once.
run-ins. Oh
Yeah, he
you
tried
did?
to get me into like a pyramid scheme or something in a Kroger.
Oh, weird. Weird.
Yeah.
A couple of those guys out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chuck X192 says podcast equipment needs to be more expensive.
There you
Y'all are idiots. Reds
Idiots.
are huge buyers at the deadline.
I remember this
Okay.
one.
Interesting comment here.
What was this on? What was this?
Couple things going
what was
on
the
here.
video?
This is the
And
LA
was
I
he
video.
think this.
talking
I
about?
think this is also the Ellie video.
Was that what we were talking about?
I don't remember exactly what was said in that video, but I don't know. Let's just take this comment at face value, right? The question really is: are Reds buyers? Are they huge? In his words, huge buyers at the deadline? Because I know what I said in that episode. Maybe not the clip, but the episode at least is that I cannot count on the Reds to spend a lot of money on players when we are like in position to try to win. You know, it just hasn't really happened that often. I feel like the Reds feel like they've been burned on some of these deals that they've gotten, and they've softened over the past couple of years. I mean, again, we talk about, Bauer was a big one, Weig was a big one. But ever since then, it's kind of like, you get these whatever people who don't last more than a season. Sam Moll again, or Mall, whatever. He's been like the guy who we got him right at the deadline. And that was the only deal we got like 2-3 years ago. He's still hanging around, but he's not a difference maker. So to just be like, yeah, we are huge buyers this trade deadline, I don't know. Ben?
Remember, there's a difference between free agency and trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
We're not spending any money on these players, most likely,
Right.
depending on the trade.
Right.
It would, mainly just be a swap of players. But yeah, I agree. Never have the Reds. The last time the Reds really won the trade deadline, you'd have to probably go back to like Scott Rowland in 2010. Like that was a massive deal at the time, and we won our first division title in 15 years.
I love Scott.
But yeah, like the Reds just are never the team that you think like, oh, they're gonna go all in, they're gonna give it everything they got, they're gonna shoot for the stars. Like no, like we're gonna make a safe move for a player that was good 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's out of the realm of possibility that we go for it. Who knows? But their track record says otherwise.
Yeah, I'm willing to say big buyers at the deadline is kind of like where I draw the line. We absolutely could be buyers.
I think we are buyers, but
yeah,
we're
but
not Dodgers.
Is it going to be?
buyers.
Is it enough to make a splash? Is it enough like where I read that tweet that comes in, I'm going to be like, wow, I can't believe that the Reds did that. Wow, what a move, I don't know.
It could happen. It could happen, but the chances are not that good.
Right.
I don't know.
I want to say I just want to say that it's a miscommunication, I think, what he's getting into, because he's basically saying you guys are idiots. Podcast equipment should be more expensive. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. But the problem is, I think that he's thinking that we're talking about trading Ellie now. So that's why he's like, we're not going to sell. We're not going to sell Ellie. We're going to be buyers. So first off, it's a miscommunication. Second, big buyers. Yeah. Big buyers? No, absolutely not. We're not going to be big buyers. I mean, if it's Suarez, is that a big deal, you guys think? Would that be a big buy?
I think that's like the splash of the free agency, whoever gets him.
I think that I would count that as a big buy.
Yeah.
If we get Suarez.
I mean, he's what, second in the league in home runs, I think. I haven't checked the leaderboards, but he's got like 36 or 37.
Yeah.
That would be massive to our lineup.
Who's
dude
first
is
in
killing
the NL
it
right now?
Is he?
Is it?
No, who
No,
is
Shohei
first?
has more.
Is it? But no, I don't think it's Shohei who's leading. I think it's
Cal Raleigh, I think, might have.
Well, he's.
I don't know.
American.
Most in
right?
the, most of,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
but most in the MLB.
But
Most of it.
NL, I
Who's
think
breaking- Yeah.
Shohei is leading the NL.
Okay. Regardless, I think you throw that in the fire. Like to his credit, like I do agree we're going to be buyers. And I think it's a little bit of a miscommunication. So, I'm kind of on the fence with keeping that one.
Yeah. I could say
I think he's in general he's right. Big is the word that I think we're all disagreeing on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Can the Reds
And it-
even afford to not be buyers this year?
Mm-hmm.
in
like-
what sense?
Like if the trade deadline comes and goes and we don't get anybody, or we pick up a AAA relief
Mhm.
pitcher, like that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Like the fans are gonna be pissed. Like we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for them to finally go with this team that they've been building for 5, 6, 7 years. If they just go, nah, we're good. It's not going to be
Honestly,
a good luck.
I don't think
Crawl
that's
or
going to
the front
happen.
office.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Here I see a relief pitcher, and I see some like AAA bat or something like that. Where it's like, okay, here's a guy who can help us now. Here's a guy who might help us later. That's kind of where I'm at with what I think this organization is going to do. If they do get Suarez, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. I don't know. I'm willing to keep this one.
Yeah, I think I flopped.
I'm willing to keep this one.
Keep it.
Ben, want
Wow.
to keep it?
I mean, I'm outnumbered either way.
Okay.
Yep.
Chuck,
What's his name?
Chuck X192. Keeping this one. Put it in my back pocket. Don't worry
you,
about
Chuck.
it, buddy.
I would have
Don't worry
tossed
about
it in the fire.
He did call us idiots, but whatever. Let bygones be bygones.
Hey, freedom of speech. He can call us whatever he wants.
And also, I love the abuse. I love the engagement.
That's why we did. That's why we did this.
I mean,
Right.
look. I mean, we know how like part of making clips, and I learned this at a certain company. Part of making clips is you want to be engaging, you want to be divisive, you want people to comment, you want people to interact with it, and the way you do that is by having these conversations that don't need to be had right now, of course, but will prompt a impassionate response. So to see this float around Twitter and different Reds accounts and stuff like that, and to see so many strangers just like fuck these guys,
Dig in.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
I was surprised when I forget the account name, but there's some account on Twitter that like this is what he does. He does Reds news or whatever, Reds fandom. It's like posting our clip and saying like, this is the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, who does this? These guys, these guys suck. Like, oh wow, okay, we're reaching like other Reds fans who are maybe more established, or at least like have an established account. So hey, thanks for sharing, bud. Maybe someone watched us and maybe they nodded their head and agreed with us, or more than likely they just said podcasting equipment needs to be more expensive. I don't know.
Which
Or
I
they
agree.
just do a hate follow.
Do a hateful.
I've had people in my work come up to me and be like, "Hey, I saw your video on
Right.
TikTok."
That's crazy.
It's
I'm waiting for that day to
multiple
happen.
times.
I
And
feel
I'm
like
like,
that's
I don't
coming.
even. I never watch the clips, so I don't know what they're talking about. But then they're like, "Oh, you said this." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool."
One of
cool people are watching.
Boston's friend, who I went to the bachelor party with, hit me up and was like, "Hey, Mitch, I found the podcast you guys are on," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah!" and he's like, "That Ellie take was pretty wild," and I was like, "Yeah, people got really passionate about that," and he's like, "That's cool, man. I'm gonna give you a follow."
Hell yeah.
It gets
Hell yeah,
around.
I appreciate that.
But-
Oh, good stuff.
Anyway,
All right, let's go for a softer one here. Cooper says, and I believe this is a video about the swing off that we talked about a couple weeks
Okay.
ago. He says the Savannah bananification of the MLB has begun.
That I'm keeping.
Strong words here. You're keeping that, Ben?
I am keeping
Here's
that
the
one.
thing.
I agree with him.
Here's the thing. And I'm going to push back a little bit on this because what are like the most notable rule changes in the game? The pitch clock. We've had bigger bases. Before that, we had like a 3 hitter minimum for a relief pitcher to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're speculating. Oh, and the Manfred runner. That's the biggest one, maybe. That's like changing the game. That's making the game less like it was before.
Did you say pitch clock?
Yeah, pitch clock was first.
Okay.
And now we're speculating. And I'm opposed to you guys on this one. I do not think the swing off is over the horizon in any meaningful way. I don't think that's happening. I think one quote from I think it was like Logan Webb or something like that. I think that took off and they got a conversation going. I don't think that's indicative of a larger want for this to happen or a need for this to happen. Honestly, the Ghost Runner rule keeps extra inning games pretty tight within like 2, maybe 3 extra innings, but usually just like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I would love to see the stats on that, honestly. So to have it devolve into a swing off just seems crazy to me. I think people were jumping the gun like you two were. I'm saying this is not happening. I want to burn this one. I want to kindle this one.
It's not just the swing off, though. These are just small steps year after year that they're just slowly changing the game to attract, I think I've mentioned this probably several times, fans who aren't fans of baseball to try and come to baseball. They're just trying to make an entertaining product. And the swing off, they want games to end. They want home runs. They want dramatic finishes. And like Mitch said last week, or what was it, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, I just literally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if they're implementing it in any part of the game, whether it be minor leagues or major leagues, it's come into the game no matter what. Like they wouldn't test it out if they weren't planning on bringing it in the game.
Yeah, but I don't know. And I see the All-Star game as kind of like this separate entity, you know.
No.
There's no
It's a
real
test.
impact from I mean, yeah. So what is a home run derby a test? Or are they just going to make all games home run derbies from
the
now
home
on?
run derby.
I mean, like
is
well,
just
that's what you're saying.
But
They did it during the All-Star game.
The home run derby
the home run
existed
derby is
since
not
like
part of
the
the All-Star game.
50s.
Home run
40s,
derby is a
50s.
separate day entirely.
Oh, it's just the day before the All-Star game.
We
It's
don't
the
say
All-Star week.
you don't
It's
say,
been
"Hey, I'm going
established
to the
for
All-Star
hairs here.
game," and then go to the home run derby.
You would go to both. If you're going to the All-Star game, you're going to the home run derby.
Ow.
Your phone-
Ben's dropping
Dude.
everything.
I just cramped my foot so fucking bad. Oh my god, that hurt. Ow. Fuck.
Dude, can we raise some
Anyways.
money to get Ben a phone stand? Holy shit.
He needs help
My
over there.
foot cramped. Oh my god, that hurts so bad.
It's all that
Good
running. You
now.
gotta do running shoes, dude.
I do. Anyways, keep going. We're good.
I don't know
Little
what I
hiccup.
was going to say. Look, here's the thing. What I'll say about this, we kind of got into it. It's a testing ground. The home run derby's been established for like 60 something years, so I don't think that's a good indicator of like testing a product. Like this is very clearly intentionally a way to integrate something into the game, and it's a full experience. It's a full game. It's a full house. It's a full stadium. So it gave MLB kind of a really good jumping pad to try this new swing off, which they tried the tie game back in 2002 in the All-Star game, 2003 or whatever, with Bud Selig. Remember that? They ran out of pitchers and the game tied. So that was sort of like Bud's way of like trialing a situation where MLB games would go to a tie. By saying if you run out of pitchers, then you can't finish the game or whatever. Like so, That was an instance where I think that the commissioner made the wrong decision and he saw it in real time how much people hated it. But I don't think this got a bad reaction at all. I don't think the swing off got a bad reaction. So I think that it was very successful, and I think that it is something that we can expect in the future. Bananification of the game, I don't think he's truly seen a banana game. It's ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous than what you want to talk about with this swing off. It's hijinks. It's a show. It's entertainment before it's a game. I don't think we're there with baseball right now.
No, I don't think it's ever going to become that intense, but slowly but surely, I think they'll start to move. They're moving closer in that direction than they are to what the game was 15 years ago, is what I think.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
that doesn't mean bananification to me. I think most of the rules have been like either fine or positive. I think the pitch clock has been a positive thing. I think the slightly larger bases is probably a positive thing, if not net neutral.
Ban
It's neutral for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get more stolen bases. You're gonna get more,
it's safer,
more fun that way. It's safer. Yeah, I think safety was part of that for sure. The only one that's like maybe raises an eyebrow is the Manfred runner in extras. But even that one, I feel like I've kind of grown numb to it. I think I had a stronger opinion when it first was enacted during the COVID season. Now it's just like, it's fine. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So I don't know. I feel like the swing off is so dramatically different than those other rules implemented that we're talking about two different things. I don't think things were really trialed for the main product here. I think the MLB's just having a little bit of fun, and that's totally fine. I think that's totally fine. They can have a little bit of fun. To think that everything's going to lead to the final product of an MLB game, I think it's a step too far. So I'm willing to burn this one.
I say throw it out.
I know Ben wants to keep it.
I'm outnumbered again. Yeah, I'm keeping it.
All right, Cooper, by the skin of your teeth, we are burning this one. Sorry,
I like Cooper. He's smart.
Cooper, don't be a boomer. Cooper. Don't be a boomer.
But here, I'll say one more thing.
Yeah.
It seems like every year, every off season, Rob Manfred is like implementing a new change in baseball. He can't really seem to go like an off season without adding something to the game. The game doesn't need to be changed. I know I'm old school and it's not going to attract new fans, but God, the game was so perfect. I don't know.
The only thing that needs changed is a salary cap, which made news today. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later.
The salary cap and the speed of the game. I was like back in like 2017, 2018, like games were going very long. And
incredibly
myself
long. Yeah.
As a diehard fan, I was getting bored. I was watching playoff games that were like 5 hours long.
I remember
that. To be fair, a 5-hour game can be very entertaining, but it's rare. And a lot of the games we were watching were not because of the constant pitching changes and mound visits and standing around, adjusting your batting gloves. So I like the pitch clock was excellent ad.
I just remember that some of those times where like before the pitch clock that it would be like 45 seconds to a minute between pitches, especially in the playoffs, where like they're thinking about every pitch, every delivery. And that was so agonizing. I just remember being on my phone during those pitches and just being like, there's tension and then there's like a little bit, it can be overkill. So yeah, I think it was a good addition. Cooper, sorry, dude.
I love you.
All right, what do you think? We want to just do one more here?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Yeah.
We'll make it maybe an easy one. We'll see if this is an easy one. Nick, this is from May 28th. So I don't remember the comment exactly or the video that this originates from. But Nick comments, the Castellinis are good owners. He later goes on to continue and says, I've worked for a few MLB teams now, and you'd be surprised they actually show face on the day-to-day basis. So what are we feeling on this one? We obviously had it's kind of hard not to just immediately burn, right?
Hold on. I'm not gonna burn or not burn, but how does showing face on a day-to-day basis constitute a great owner? Like, what does that mean? That they show their face?
Yeah, if anything, it shows that they're at least present. But are they listening? Are they actively trying to make a winning team? Are they, trying to not just make money but make new fans?
It's not even are they trying, it's do they know how to make a winning team?
Mm-hmm.
And
good point.
Who I don't even think the Castellinis, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I know I'm wrong. So they've had what, 2-3 winning seasons in there? What, nearly 20 years now of
more than that.
No, because they came in what, 06?
Hang on 1 second, I got something.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So they have had winning seasons, but not playoff seasons. That's what I was confusing.
Yeah.
So playoff seasons, we have 3 in 20 years.
Yeah,
not counting
3.5.
It's not even a half.
Okay.
So are they good owners? I'm not gonna say they're terrible owners, but they're just certainly not great. I don't know how you guys feel.
The keyword is good. And
all right,
I don't know. I think if you have, that being said, I think if you have had as many losing seasons as the Reds have had in their time as owners, if you've had lack of attempts at trying to make a winning team, if you've had people actively call for you to sell the team multiple years, I think that has to eventually constitute in you not being a good owner, and at a certain point it's just like raw numbers. This isn't opinion anymore. This is just facts.
We also need to look at their free agent signings and how many of them have just been terrible.
Yes.
Like Shogo, Moustakas,
bring him back.
Who was the other guy that we let go of? Candelario. That's just a few of recent memory. Can we name any good free agent signings? Castellanos was a pretty good one. I mentioned Roland earlier.
Castellanos wasn't even on the team for like more than 2 years, right?
Yeah.
He was a great player to have, and then they were not willing to hold on to that. I mean, they had his picture of him flexing over that Cardinals pitcher when he got into home plate. They had that blown up on a billboard on the stadium. Like they were like, Castellanos is our guy. We love this guy, but we're not going to pay him. No, the Phillies are going to end his career.
And then when you have the Suns, what am I trying to say? The son of the owner, Phil, saying pretty much where are you going to go when he made that comment.
Yeah, verbatim.
That was that was pretty bad. That was a terrible thing for him to say.
These are not good owners. I think you could have a worse owner, like
Pittsburgh.
Fisher. Yeah, you could have Pittsburgh. You could have Oakland or whatever the fuck Sacramento they're at now. You could definitely have worse owners, but by all means, they're not bad. They're not good. They're not competitive really. Most years, they might show their faces, but I don't think they're really invested in helping this team succeed. They might try to do the bare minimum, but yeah. And also, if you're working for them, you're going to be biased because you see them as people on a day-to-day. So you kind of have these social interactions with them, these interpersonal relationships that are valuable and might kind of say, oh, yeah, they're not that bad of a person because I'm interacting with them. But it doesn't make them good owners. It just means I was employed by them and I got to see them around the clubhouse or around the stadium or whatever. and I had positive interactions with them. That doesn't mean anything about how they control the team or how they run their business. I mean, and objectively, like, you have to look at it this way too. They might be great owners when it comes to making money and creating a product that is gaining revenue. But in terms of the fans' perspective, like, yeah, we're all going to say, most of us are going to say no. But yeah, they're probably great business people. I'm sure they're going to be friendly if you go up to them and say hello. It just doesn't mean they're good owners for competitive baseball.
Yeah.
So get that fucking shit out of here.
Yeah. My one last thought too is that, like, eventually responsibility needs to go to the top. You know, it's like why we've like gone through, multiple skippers. It's why like coaches go in and out, but when all of that like ends up failing to a certain extent, and we'll see how this season goes, obviously, with a new with Terry. We'll see how that goes with him. Maybe that's gonna be the thing that turns everything around. But so far, it's been kind of like not much has happened.
Let's turn around. To be fair,
we're halfway through a season, so it's too early to say that. But I'm talking about over the years of ownership. Eventually, this much lack of success needs to go to the top. You can at first blame the head coaches, then you can blame the other people within the organization. Eventually, it's going to go to the top. And at this point, I think we're long past blaming other people other than the owners.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah,
right.
Although Brian Price and fucking whatever his name
Riggleman.
is.
David Bell.
David Bell, Brian Price, and those guys who are promoted from within the organization were never going to be like successful managers that led a team to the playoffs or a World Series. Like, they weren't. They were hiring really low tier caliber talent to be in the managerial position. So it's like, yeah, they probably needed to go because they were never the answer to begin with. But to promote them from within is also an ownership decision that should have been criticized at the time, or was criticized at the time. But yeah, agreed. It comes from the top.
Yeah. So, sorry to Nick. Sounds like we're sending this one into the flame.
See you, Nick.
Bye,
Peace.
buddy.
Bye, bud. I think we only saved one of these.
Well, thank you,
That's
everybody,
fine.
for contributing to our social media footprint.
Quick shout outs to Antonio, worst podcast I've ever seen.
I love that
India Animal 81, you guys are stupid. That's a good one. It doesn't matter what you guys say. Shout out to Shay for their love of Redzilla and having a custom Redzilla jersey that they shared with us in a comment. Amazing.
I'm just gonna throw that one in the trash or in the fire. Sorry.
I wanna get Drew on here and talk to him about what he feels with
Redzilla,
with Redzilla and the bananification of baseball.
Okay, we can have him on next week.
I would love to have him on. We should talk to him.
Yeah, always good to have that man on.
Transitioning roughly here, but the Reds started a series with the Dodgers last night, and they lost. It looks like Chase Burns struck out 10, something like that. 9.
He
10.
strikes out a lot.
Struck out 9, 10 people, 3 earned runs, I think. 2, 3 earned runs. What was it?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pitch poorly. It was 3. Yeah, 3. He didn't pitch poorly by any means. But he does kind of let those bleeders come through and those little tack-on things that teams seem to be getting from him. But his strikeout rate is crazy.
He had a quality start, right? He went 6.
You went 6.
So 6 3-run runs, 10 Ks against the Dodgers. I will take that all the time.
Not
Absolutely.
bad. And the Dodgers seem to just kind of bleed us, like just on little rollers, find some gaps, other way hitting. It just seems like they bled us the whole game, just like little things that kind of killed us like that. They weren't really hitting nukes out of the park. So yeah, it was just I guess an unfortunate game. I don't know. What do you guys think?
They happen.
Some some poor decision making to some bad fielding. Like Burns just like sails a ball over the first baseman on an easy out there. There's a
Marte.
hustle double that over Marte. There's a hustle double that the Dodgers took advantage of. Maybe some slightly lackadaisical fielding in left. You know, it's the Dodgers. You expect to have a tough competition against them. But I continue to be pretty impressed with Burns, especially with his strikeouts, like everyone else is. It just seems like when it gets a little rough for him, that's when things just kind of like fall off. And he didn't fall off today. Again, like 3 earned runs, like that's nothing crazy. But he was sailing through 4 of those innings, really. And then the wheels start to get a little squeaky at the end there. So I think he's doing really well as a rookie. He's got so much potential. I see it, and every time I watch him pitch, I mean, I'm not upset about this performance.
No.
I'm the only thing maybe I'm upset about is that the Reds had a couple of big opportunities to put some runs up, and they just failed to do so.
Yeah.
That's baseball. Games like
Right.
these happen.
Right.
I'm not too worried about it.
The Reds were never really out of it, even though the scoreline, I think, reflects that, they were kind of out of... I mean, they were in slam range by the end of it, but I think that it wasn't... Like, the scoreline isn't even genuine or disingenuous to how the Reds actually performed, because I think it was solid pitching. We had multiple opportunities to score runs off the bases, but it just didn't happen, and it wasn't a bad game. It was just like, I feel like the Dodgers, man, they just play a little slapdick ball with us. They just kind of were hitting balls through the gaps a little bit other way. Like,
they bunted twice in a row. Like,
bunting.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman hit like a little dribbler that got through the second base. Like, I just feel like they were just finding opportunities to just hit it where the Reds weren't, and
hit it where they ain't.
Hit it where they ain't.
Yeah,
and I mean, I don't know. They got so many weapons, and they played small, and they just, I don't know. It was kind of cool to see that kind of game because it's something that I hope the Reds can do. As this team matures, kind of play a little bit more small ball, just do the things that matter well, run the bases well, just make contact. Like, you would have loved McClain to hit that ball a little harder on the last out of the game, because I mean, just some solid contact or find a hole there. It's hard.
Like one of those at bats that maybe you take the first strike. You're up in the count 2-0, and he swings at the first ball in the zone, and he just tops it and gets weak contact. That's one of those that, like, when you have a team like the Dodgers that has a lot of experienced players, they know how to handle those situations. And I think that you put any of those guys in there, more often than not, they're going to know how to work that count.
Yeah, and that's like where I miss having in this lineup is like Joey Votto, who can just like basically you can count on him to at least make a great plate appearance. So I wish we had somebody like that. We could say, not some Will Benson style who's swinging out of his shoes at times. So yeah, but I mean, whatever. There's not a lot to take away from this game, I don't think, other than the fact that the Dodgers just kind of outplayed us in small ways. Chase Burns looking good.
We'll get him tomorrow.
Get him tomorrow. Shohei's on the mound. You're going to the game, right, John? Is Shohei on the mound?
Wednesday.
Shohei's on Wednesday.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Glasnow and Lodolo.
Glasnow's today. Shohei's Wednesday.
Yeah. Glasnow and Lodolo picking up the start today. Looking forward to that game. Should be fun. I'm gonna be really interested to see like the stadium full of Dodgers fans. I've been to some Dodgers Reds games in my days, but I mean the Shohei effect has got to be real. People are gonna show up. There were ads behind home plate in Japanese because that there's gonna be a huge part of that fan base that's watching just for Shohei, and so the Reds have to make sure that like we're serving ads to them too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be fun. we kind of buried the lead a little bit though, in that the Reds had their biggest win-loss, lead. There's a better way of saying it. Their best record so far of the year. There were 5 games above 500. Now back to 6 games. Now back to 5.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I mean, we're kind of all like, yeah, that's great. Okay.
In the grand scheme of things, it's a little bit better than average, but for us, uncharted waters. So
I think we're getting close to the Giants in the wild card right now. But I mean, obviously,
we're past the Giants.
Oh, okay.
We were a game and a half up on them. We were a game behind the Padres going into tonight. I don't know what they did.
Okay, let me check it out. But while I'm on that topic, I think that somebody talked about this the other day online on Reddit, and yeah, we are past the Giants. We are just out of that third wild card spot.
Did the Padres win today?
The Padres,
or were they off?
Yeah, let's see.
I just Google Padres score.
They are currently playing
Google
the Mets.
Padres, really.
The Mets are playing the Padres in the 5th inning. It's 1-1.
Okay.
Well, go Mets.
Go Mets, baby. Go Mets.
Go Mets.
But I saw this thing online where it's like, we're looking at the potential series coming up, and we got a Brewers series in mid-August. And there was some debate in this thread, which I found interesting, about how important that series is in the grand scheme of things. Because, okay, a lot can happen between now and that Brewers series. We could be out of contention basically in the next two. If we get swept twice or we get swept once, you're kind of low on the season again. So we're still in this very razor thin kind of place. We're riding the razor's edge right now, but I think it is really important to think about that Brewers series, because I think that is indicative of us getting over the hump. If we can beat the Brewers, then we can probably get to the wild card. If we can finally exercise these demons, I think that I will be so high on this team if we come away 2 games, 3 games against the Brewers in mid-August. I'm like, okay, look, we tackled the top of the Central after years of failing. And I think that would put us in a really good spot. So I think if we lose that series, I don't know if that's a good test late in the year. If we lose that series, I'm like, well, if we can't beat the Brewers, we can't beat the Central, then can we even get that wild card spot? If we get that wild card spot, can we even succeed in a wild card series? I mean, my voice is saying no. So
they have a lot of division games in the last 2 months of the season. That's where our playoff hopes will either survive or die. The Brewers and the Cubs are very good teams. You got to beat the best to be the best. So we'll see. Yep. Hopefully the trade deadline, like we said, hopefully we get somebody impactful to make a difference. Yeah. Until then, I don't know.
You said it earlier this week that this is the biggest week of the season, really, because it is going to be a glimpse into seeing, are we taking this team seriously? Is this a winning team? Are we going to take our chances on this team and make some moves and make something happen? I don't know. That'd be cool if it was. It'd be cool to just at least have a fight, and I think this team does have fight in it. We've seen them. We've seen them play well against good teams. I still think we're gonna at least take a game from the Dodgers. At the very least. But we've been kind of scrappy this whole year. It's been up and down for sure. But to go into the trade deadline, hopefully we're at least 4 games above 500. Maybe I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if they look at the record and say nah, we're only 2 games above. We're not doing anything. You know,
It's part
I
of
think
what
they're
you.
looking more at the standings. Be
right?
Like how far
right.
back are we? How many teams we have to jump? Kind of
Mhm.
like that.
Because
I'm
it
sure.
seems like we're right there. We're like, again, like to Mitch's point, we've been on the razor's edge for basically this entire season.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, maybe one guy, and the confidence in the organization to say like, you guys are going to do this. We believe in you. Go for it. Get it done. That'd be great. I'd be happy with a playoff appearance. I'd be happy to score a playoff run. Anything outside of that is just maybe I'm asking for too much.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
look,
Sad.
I
I
mean,
know.
it is sad. I mean, you want to get past that first round in the playoffs if you get to the playoffs because obviously the Reds haven't been able to do that since the 90s.
Yeah. 90.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, no, 95. Sorry, they went to the
95, 95.
NLCS. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think they probably have a lot more. I mean, they definitely have a lot more information. They have algorithms. They have analytics team that's running those numbers and saying like we do have a chance, or we don't have a chance, or we feel good about these. Like I'm sure it's more than just the standings that are present or the record presently.
Yeah.
It's
Other
and
teams,
yeah,
records and what the rest of their season, who they're playing for sure.
there's whole mathematical formulas they're running that kind of like give them an idea of like what the team can be, what the team's potential can be. So, and maybe that's run differential part of that. I don't know. I mean, record against the NL Central. Maybe they're thinking about that. Do you know what the record is against the NL Central this year?
The
Reds?
whole Central.
Mm-hmm.
How many games have we played? Do you know?
We've played 26.
It's got to be under 500.
It's gotta be.
I'll say like
Say yeah, 26.
10
I
and
know-
16.
I mean, we swept the Pirates. We played some good games against the Cubs, I think, for a series at least. Everything else seems to be like a wash. I like 16. I'll be slightly. You said 26 games?
Mm-hmm.
Or you
I'm
said
saying-
they won 10.
Yeah, 10, 16 is my guess.
Mm-hmm. I'll go 12.
12 and what would that be?
14.
12 and 14. Ben, you're closer. It's 11 and
Oh,
15.
shit.
Wow. Okay.
11 and 15 against the Central this year, so not great.
How was he
Not that good.
closer? We were both a game
was-
apart.
Price is Right rules.
Oh, come on.
You saw
Real-
my answer where it was like, yeah, it's pretty good. I'll be around that. I was the
Yeah.
first one out the door.
I don't think it would be. I don't think it'd be a winning record against our division.
No, certainly not.
If I said 17 wins, you would have been like, yeah, we got about 18 wins.
Say 18 wins. Yeah, right.
I'm
Come
just
on
I'm
now.
just fucking with you.
Come on.
I'm fucking with you.
I think we mentioned it before though. At the last month of the season, that's like
Brutal.
all division games. I think we end on the Pirates, which is like, we just gotta win games at that point, probably.
It's like
But-
literally the last 2 weeks are all NL Central.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep. Yeah. If it's tight, man, that could be some difference makers right there.
Well,
It could
we
be
are
all just
gonna-
down to the wire.
we're going to have all of our answers by the time we talk next week. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. The 31st is on Thursday coming up.
I'm gonna be glued to Twitter all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's going to break the news to us. Or no news.
Yeah, I'm really expecting you to be the guy who's gonna give us all the updates.
Oh, I will. I'm not gonna do a lick of work that day.
A lick of work.
Ben, final thoughts? Do you think we get Suarez?
No.
Yeah.
If I had to bet, no. But
Right.
because I'm just used to being disappointed. But the
Mhm.
team I think will get him. I'm gonna say the Cubs. I think the Cubs steal him.
That'd be, man.
they've been heavily rumored with him too. So
I would hate to see that. I would hate to see that.
yeah, is what it is. But
Uh-huh.
who knows?
Man,
I
they
mean-
just got all the blasters over there, man. Jeez.
Huh?
I think they're like the second most home, or I saw the stat today. The team with the second most at home runs of players who have at least had 10. I'm sure there's a better way of saying that. They have the most players. 17
10 or
players
more.
on their team have 10 or more home runs. Only one team has greater than that. The Dodgers with 18. So they just
Wow.
got some blasters over there, man. That's Suarez, dude. You're fucking rolling in dingers. Goodness.
I know.
Don't
he's-
get greedy,
And-
Chicago.
I know this is a Reds podcast, but it would be pretty cool to see the Cubs win the World Series twice in our lifetime after not winning for 108 years.
Who cares?
mean-
That washed over me so quickly.
I was happy for Cubs fans in 2016. Now
That was like one of the
I don't
best
give a
sporting
fuck.
events I've seen.
it was great, dude. I was seeing people in Chicago hats. I was like, hey, man, that's awesome. Good for you.
That
But
whole
now,
year
I'm-
was like a dream. It was
I
crazy.
mean, it was great if you're a neutral, that's for sure, or a Cubs fan. But yeah, I guess I don't really I don't give a shit now.
I don't think I would love to see it. I'd like to
don't
see
want to
competitive
see-
baseball. I might cheer for them
Yeah.
over another team when it comes to it. I'm not sure.
yeah, like
but
would you cheer for them over the Yankees? Of course. Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I would.
I cheer
like
for
the
everybody. over the-
Astros.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Astros have won enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
They're going to the World Series again. That's my prediction.
The Astros.
They're too good.
They are
They're
like
way too good.
they end up just like making it work every
Mhm.
year. You can't count them out. And this year they've been like a sleeper, where
Yeah, haven't really heard anything about
no
them.
one's-
You're like,
no
oh,
one's
they're
talking
leading their
about them.
division by like 8 games. Just
yeah.
cruising
Wasn't that-
along.
Wasn't that their World Series year? Like, where they a couple years ago, where they didn't have like a great start to the year, and no one was really talking about them, and then they went on a run and won the division, and then they won the World Series.
Probably.
It was like kind of
but
like they've been kind of like in the last few years, like just kind of slightly above average, and then they turn it on at some point, and then they get to it, the playoffs. It's kind of
But their division is just like not been good at all for like 10 years. Mariners are always underperforming. You got the A's who have been horrible. Who else is in that division? Is that the Rangers?
yeah.
And there's another team. Why am I blanking? I forget. But either way, we're kind of rambling at this point.
We're rambling. I did want to say something really quick.
Mhm.
Do you know what our best record is against? Like, what's the division with that we have the best record against this year?
Couldn't even hazard a guess.
I'm thinking. Huh.
We play one division in Major League Baseball a lot better than any other division this year, at least.
I mean, we took 5 of 6 from the Guardians. So that's kind of making me lean towards the AL Central.
Yeah, I was gonna say we oh no. I was thinking of
But have we played any other team? I don't remember. Have we played the Twins?
we played the Royals.
Royals.
I'm
I
going to
know we
say
played
the
the
AL Central. That's
Tigers.
my guess.
Played the Royals. We have not played the Tigers. Did we?
I thought
Yeah,
we
we did.
had. I thought
We
we
did.
did. Yeah.
We played the Twins. We played the Twins. We played the
Yeah,
Tigers. We
I
played
think
the Guardians.
we
played the
we
Royals.
won
we
a
played
series against the
White Sox.
Tigers. That's my guess. AL Central.
It is correct. AL Central. The Reds are
Mm.
12-6 against the AL Central.
Very nice.
You know
And that's a good
amount of
division.
games- you know the least
Yeah.
amount of games we played with which division we played the least
A
amount of
different
games with?
division.
This is just pointless trivia at this point.
Least amount.
What is that?
Drop something. Just falling out of my pocket.
I'm putting too much.
You're putting too
I'm
much
gonna
thought.
say AL West.
It is not the AL West. It is the NL West. We played 6 games against the NL West this year. That's it.
Really? We've
Mm.
played the Giants
We
twice, right?
And we
the
swept the
Padres.
Diamondbacks, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we
more
played
than
the
6 games.
Rockies.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You got your stats mixed up.
What are you using Chat GPT and just making shit up?
Oh, no.
Using 6 series?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's not. You're right. It's not the NL West. It's the AL West. It's the. No, what was I looking at?
Did I get it right? Was it AL West?
Just say it's AL West.
It's not the AL West.
Did I go 2-2?
It's not the AL West.
Well, then what's the answer?
We may never know at this point.
We've played every team in the NL West.
The AL East? We played the Rays. I don't think we played the
Red
Orioles.
Sox.
I don't think we played the Blue Jays.
We played the Orioles.
I don't know.
We beat the Orioles like 27-3.
Oh, right. Yeah. We had a route. That was the name of one of the episodes. Red's route.
Red's route.
Well, should we just end this? Like
we're done. Listen. Reds are.
This is 40 minutes over the time that you gave us, Ben.
Reds are kind of still on a roll. We played 2 more against the Dodgers, and I'll leave it up to you, John, to close us out.
Yeah, listen, I'll be there at the game today. See me out there. I'll be on the first base side. Hey, if you recognize me from the podcast, go ahead and say, fuck you, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll be with my dad. Okay. My dad's not going to know what's going on.
You,
so maybe
boy.
keep it to a minimum. Okay. Keep the discourse light.
Yeah.
But I feel, I've been feeling neutral to positive about this team for the past couple of months now. It feels like, big stuff coming Thursday. Just pray for it. Flush ice cubes down the toilet. Wear socks on your hands. Pajamas backwards. Sleep on your head. I don't care what you do. Make it happen. Will it to happen. And always keep your hopes high. But keep your socks higher.